friends, welcome to Hollywood. I'm your quant faculty Priyanka here. So friends, we are going to discuss the second topic, that is compound interest over here. So in the first one, I have discussed the basics of simple interest, and based on that, I have also covered the different types of question which can be asked from this topic. Okay, now from the second one in the compound interest, first we will discuss the basics, then we will talk about the questions based on compound interest, and after that, there is a third topic called difference between simple interest and compound interest. So generally based on these topics, questions will be asked in your exam. So friends, let's begin with the basics. So in case of simple interest, I told you what is the meaning of simple interest. So when you are calculating the simple interest, you calculate interest on the basic principal itself. For example, suppose if I deposit 100 rupees over here in the bank, so on 10%, you will be getting the 10 rupees interest over here. Okay, so what would be the amount when you are checking 110 rupees is what you will get after first year. Now I told you when you are talking about the second year, again 10 rupees would be added. Second year also the same value would be added. So it will become 120 over here. Okay, third year when you are talking, again 10 rupees would be added. So it will become 130. 130. So what we have discussed, the simple interest on every year, it would be same, right? So what basically I have done, I have calculated 10% of the principal. 10% of principal is 10 rupees, and that 10 rupees would be added every year over here to calculate the simple interest. Are you getting it? So simple interest every year would be calculated on this principle itself. Okay, now let me discuss the compound interest. What is the difference? So when you're talking about compound interest, I have deposited 100 rupees with the bank. Now I got 10 rupees as the interest in first year. Okay, so 10 rupees I got as a interest. So what would be the total value? 110 rupees. Now next year I have to calculate 10% of this over here. Okay, so it is not 10 rupees. 10 rupees. How much would be the 10% of this? 11 rupees over here. Are you getting it? So second year 11 rupees would be added over here. So what would be the total amount? 121 rupees would be paid over here. Now next year when I'm calculating, I have to calculate 10% of this. What would be 10% of this? That is 12.1. So next month when I'm calculating, I'm going to get, you can check what value you are going to get over here. 133.1 over here. So this is the total amount that I'm going to get. Are you getting it? So every year when I'm calculating the value of interest is changing over here. Why? Because along with principal, you are also adding the interest. Okay, so every year I have to calculate the interest based on the total value, not on the original principal over here. Are you getting it? So that is the basic concept of compound interest. Now let me read the definition over here. So what is the definition? Compound interest is the interest calculated on the principal as well as the interest accumulated over here. So here principal is there plus the interest accumulated. Both should be considered while calculating the compound interest. Are you getting my point? So every year you have to calculate the interest, you have to add that, change your principal value and then calculate the interest value over here. So that is how compound interest is calculated over here. Whereas when we are talking about the simple interest, it is always applicable on the original principal itself. So whenever you are calculating, the principal will not change over here, but here you have to always change your principal value. Are you getting my point? So that is the basic difference between simple interest and compound interest over here. Now, where all we can use this concept? Okay, so it is not necessary that all the formula which you are going to learn will be applicable only in compound interest. Okay, so there are 2-3 more applications. First one is increase or decrease in population. For example, if I give you 10,000 is the population. Every year it is increasing by 10%. Every year the population is increased by 10% over here. So again same concept would be applicable over here. That is nothing but the compound interest concept. So here you have to write again 1.1 would be the value. So 11,000 would be the new population. Again next year when 10% is increasing, you have to take 10% of this amount over here. So likewise the same concept of compound interest is used in population. So you may get question based on this. You should realize that we have to use the concept of compound interest itself. Okay friends, then we have growth of bacteria. So they will give you the original population of bacteria in 1 million. What would be the population after this? The growth rate would be provided. So again we have to use the same concept of compound interest, and also it is used in the rise or depreciation of the value of item. So we'll learn it through the examples. So let me move on to the formula over here. So friends, what is the formula for amount over here? So when we are calculating the value of compound interest, the amount formula is given as P in bracket 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. Now this is your principal value, rate of interest and time period over here. So based on this, now I have to calculate the compound interest as amount minus principal. So you have to subtract the principal. If I write principal value common, I will get 1 plus R by 100 to the power T minus 1. Are you getting it? This is how you have to calculate the compound interest. So directly there is no formula for compound interest. So using amount, you have to calculate the compound interest value over here. Okay, now your question may say that the amount is compounded annually. Okay, so instead of annually, they will say the amount is compounded half yearly. Now when you are saying half year, your rate of interest is always mentioned as per annum. For example, 10% per annum. Annum means year. So this value for rate of interest is always for year. Now when I'm saying half year means it will become half over here. So instead of that you have to write R by 2. When you are saying it is compounded quarterly means the rate of interest will become 1 by 4th time. Okay, quarter is nothing but 3 months, or I can say 1/4 of the year. 1/4 of the year is nothing but the quarter over here. Are you getting my point? So accordingly, you have to make changes. Similarly, time period will be different. So when I'm saying 1 year over here, how many half years are there? 2 half years would be there. So this value will become 2 over here. So that is what is represented by 2t. So you'll be writing 2 into 1 year. That is nothing but 2 half years over here. Are you getting it? Similarly, when I'm saying 1 year, so how many quarters would be there? 4 quarters. So 4 into 1 means 4 quarters would be there. So accordingly, you have to modify your formula when your question says compounded quarterly or compounded half yearly over here. So let me discuss the basic question based on this. So before we start with the basic question, you remember few points regarding the compound interest. So simple interest value is same for every year, whereas when we are talking about the compound interest value, it is different for every year over here. Okay, so when you are talking about the first year, when I'm talking about the first year value, you have both the values on principal. So for the first year, simple interest is always equal to compound interest. Okay, but after first year, the value of compound interest would be more. So it will be adding the interest as well. So remember this, only for the first year both values are equal. Otherwise they are never equal. Okay, next one, in case of simple interest, the formula is for interest. Because you know the formula for simple interest is PRT by 100. When you are writing about the compound interest, the formula is there for amount over here. That is P in bracket 1 plus R by 100 to the power T. So this is how you have to solve the question. Okay, now let me move on to the next part. That is the basics for this. Now whenever you are getting question based on the compound interest, we are going to use the new method called as tree diagram over here. So please learn what is the meaning of tree diagram. Now first let me write down 1000 rupees is my amount. Okay, so 1000 rupees is nothing but my principal over here. So when I'm talking about the first year, on first year I'll be having 10% of this amount. 10% of this amount. So what would be 10%? 100 rupees would be the value. Right? Now 100 rupees is the interest which I am getting in first year. Okay. Now when you are talking about the second year, you are going to have 100 rupees over here based on the principal. and based on this interest also you have 10%. So here also 10% would be applicable. I'll be getting 10 rupees over here. So this is the value in second year. Are you getting it? So in second year, or you will have interest on the principal plus interest on this interest as well. Are you getting it? Now when I'm talking about the third year, what would be the calculation? 10% you will be getting on the original amount. So let me write down 100 rupees over here. On this also you will be getting 10% on both the values. So I'm writing 10 rupees and 10 rupees two times, because 10 rupees for this and 10 rupees for this. Okay, and similarly this 10 is also there in the bank, so you have to take 10% of this as well. So 10% of this will become 1 rupees over here. So how much is the total amount? This will become 121 rupees. So in third year you are totally getting 121 rupees. Are you getting it? So this is how you have to calculate compound interest in every year over here. So it is 100 here. Here if you check, it is 110 rupees. Next year it is 121 rupees over here. So if I ask you what is the total interest that you got, so what would be the value? 100 rupees plus this 110 rupees plus this 121 rupees. So you can check what value you are getting over here. So 331 rupees would be the interest. I hope all of you are getting it. This is how you have to calculate the value whenever you are getting question based on the compound interest. Now same value you can get using the formula as well. So what is the formula for amount? Amount value is 1000 rupees, and here you have to write 1 plus 10 by 100 whole cube. So you have to write the cube value over here. So what will be the formula? 1000 multiplied by 1.1 cube over here. Okay, so if you know the formula for 1.1 cube, directly you can use the value over here. That will give you your answer. So if you check this, this is nothing but 1331. Yes, 11 cube is 1331. So this is the value after 3 years. Now this is the amount value. So how much would be the compound interest? I have to simply subtract the principal from this. That is 1000 rupees. So again you are getting 331 rupees over here. Are you guys getting it? So this is how you have to calculate the value using the tree diagram. But what is the advantage of tree diagram? Each year can be calculated separately. So when they are saying first year, I got 100 rupees. Okay, second year, only second year is asked, so you have to add only this vertical column. Here it is not possible to get that using the formula. Are you getting it? So I'll tell you when to use the formula and when to use the tree diagram over there. Okay, so let us practice few questions based on this concept. So first question is there on your screen. You can pause this and try to figure out the answer. So compound interest on 30,000 at 7% per annum, they have given you the value. The time period is, okay. So if I'm doing it by the basic method, what would be the amount? The amount value would be 30,000 plus 4347. You can calculate the total value, that is 34,000. Yes, total value you can calculate 347 over here. So what is the formula for amount? P in bracket 1 plus R by 100 to the power T over here. So you can solve it using the basic formula 34347. This is equal to 30,000, and this value you can calculate 1 plus R by 100. So R value is 7% per annum. So let me write 7 to the power T. You can calculate it using the basic formula. But using this, it is very tedious. So we are going to use the tree diagram for such question over here. Okay, you can do the calculation, but I think the tree diagram part is very easy. So how will you apply tree diagram? This is 30,000. If you calculate 7% of this, that is 2100 over here. Next value, again you have to take 7%. What will you get? 2100 again. Okay, now you have to take 7% of this amount. So if you calculate 7% of this, that is 147. If I add both of these values, what is this? 4200 plus this value is 147. Just check what you are getting. You are getting 4347. That means in 2 years itself I am getting the value. So the time period value would be 2 years over here. Are you getting it? So using the formula for the tree diagram, you can calculate the answer for number of years. Next question. So if compound interest accrued on the amount of 15,000 in 2 years is 2,496, what is the rate of interest over here? So they are asking you R value in this case. So how will you do this? The principal value is 15,000. So let me write down 15,000 over here. Now here you cannot apply. Can you apply the formula over here? You cannot use the diagrammatic method. Why? Because if I'm writing 15,000, I cannot calculate R percent over here. Are you getting it? You cannot calculate the R percent over here. So it is not possible to get the value. Instead of that, you have to use the basic method now. So what would be your value? 15 plus 2 you have to add over here. That is nothing but 17,496. 17,496 you can calculate 1 plus R percent, and it is in 2 years. So write the 2 value in this case. So what will you get? 17,496 divided by, you can write down 15,000. This is 1 plus R percent whole square. Okay, so just solve this. Both the values are divisible by 4. So 4 3s are 12. Then 3 would be remaining. 4 7s are 28. 4 5s and 0. Again divide this also by 4. What will you get? 4 4s are. Then you have 4 3s are. Then 4 7s and 4 4s are. Are you getting it? Now after this, you can divide this by 2. Both the values are divisible by 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 8s are. You can check the value over here. Then 2 7s are and 2 5s are. Similarly, if you divide this by 2, 2 2s are, 2 1s are, 2 8s and 2 7s are. Now you can check. Again, it is divisible by 3 again. Okay, so yes, again divided by 3. So 3 6s are, 3 2s are and 3 5s are. And this value 3 7s are, then 3 2s and 3 9s are. Now finally I got the squares. So what is the reduced form? 729 by 625. This is equal to 1 plus R percent whole square. Okay, so you can take down the square root of this. This is square root of 27 and this is 25 over here. This is equal to 1 plus R percent. So what will you get over here? R percent value is, you can write down 2 by 25. So what would be the value? You can check over here. 8 would be the value of R. Are you getting it? So if you are expressing this as R by 100, so you'll be getting R value as 8. So your rate of interest would be 8 in this case. Are you getting it? So here you cannot apply the tree diagram. So there are few questions where you have to use the basic formula only. Let us move on to the next question. So next question is there on your screen. Again, a very interesting question. So many students are not aware how to calculate this. So what is given over here? The first value is compound interest on 5,000. For 3 years they are asking you. 8% is the rate for first year. Second year it is 10%. And third year it is 12%. So every year the rate of interest is changing. Now how will you calculate this? So it is simple if you use the basic compound interest concept over here. Okay, so suppose principal value is 5,000. Let me go by the basics. Okay, so here first year how much would be the interest? 8% over here. 8% means what would be the value of amount over here? You can write down the value 5,000 1 plus 8%. Okay, this is the value that will be added, or you can write this as 5,000 into 1.08. So this will give me the value for second year over here. You can just multiply this value. So what will you get over here? You can check the value. I think 5940. You can check what value you are getting in this case. So simply multiply 5,000 by 1.08. That is nothing but 5,400. You can check this. It is 5,400 over here. Now after you do this, again next year the value is 10% over here. So 10% on this whole amount. So what will be the multiplication factor? What will you write over here? 5,400 into this is 110%, or I can say 1.1. As you have written 1.08, here it will become 1.1 over here. So what would be the value that you will get? This will become 5940. Now third year again they have given you 12%. So you can write down 12% increase would be there. So I have to write 5940 into 1.12. 1.12 because 12% increase is there. So you can calculate the final answer over here as 6652.8. Are you getting it? So you can check what is the compound interest over here. So just subtract the value. If you subtract it, you will get 1652.8 over here. Are you getting it? So whenever different interest is given, this is how you have to calculate it. Don't apply the tree diagram. Simply apply the basic concept over here. I hope all of you are getting it. Now, if you want to use the formula, this is the formula that is used in this case. So it is written as amount is given as P 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100 and 1 plus R3 by 100. So same thing I have done over here. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Whenever different values are given, please apply this concept for the compound interest. Let us move on to the next question. So simple interest accrued on the amount of 78,000 at the end of 3 years. Now they are talking about simple interest over here. So you have to use this simple interest formula, that is 29250 is equal to PRT by 100. So 78,000, R value is not known to me. This is multiplied by T, that is 0. 3 over here, right? Time period is 3 years. You can calculate what value you are getting for the R. So this will also get cancelled over here. You can check this value. 3 9s are 27. 2 will be remaining. 3 7s are and 3 5s are. Okay. So after you calculate this, you can check what value you are getting. So simply divide this by the value. So 78 ones are 78. Okay, directly let me divide it. Then you will be left with the part. Yes, you can check the remaining part. I think 78 twos will come and 5. Right. So our value would be 12.5. You can check the calculation. 12.5 would be the R value. So what is your question? What would be the compound interest on the same amount over here? So my principal value is 78,000. Double the rate. Okay, so rate of interest new value would be 12.5 into 2. So what would be the rate of interest? 25% would be the rate of interest over here. So they are asking you what would be the compound interest in 2 years over here. So the years would be 2 years and you have to calculate the compound interest. Now again you can use the tree diagram. 78,000 is known. R value is also known to me. So you can calculate what is 25%. If you write it in fractional format, that is nothing but 1 by 4 over here. Okay, so if you calculate 1 by 4 of this, what will you get? 19,500. Right? Similarly, in second year also, I'll be getting 19,500. And then again, you have to write 1 by 4 of the interest as well. So you know the diagram now, so it will become 4875. So how much would be the total amount? You can add both of the values over here. That is nothing but 43,875. Okay, so 43,875 would be my total value in this case. I hope all of you are getting it. This is how you have to calculate the question using the tree diagram. Let us move on to the next question. So here what they have given you, the compound interest on certain sum, yes, at 50 by 3% to 3 years. Okay, so the is 1270 over here. So whatever value is given, this is for the 3 years over here. They are asking you to calculate the principal. Now here you can use the basic method as well, but by basic also it is very tedious. So it is better if you go by this method. Okay, by tree diagram. But how to apply the tree diagram? First, let me discuss the basics. How will you do it by basics over here? The principal value is not known. So let me calculate the amount as 1270. Principal plus the value of compound interest. This is equal to principal and 1 plus you can calculate 50 by 3% over here whole to the power 3. Are you getting it? So this value you can check. This is nothing but P in bracket 1 plus 50 by 300. So what you are getting? 5 6 are. This is 5 6 are. So what you are getting over here? 7 by 6 whole cube. This is equal to P plus 1270. Now you can write down P upon 1 P plus 1270 upon P, and the 7 cube upon 6 cube value you can write down, that is 343 by 216, and get the value of P over here. Okay, now this is by the basic method. What if I have to go by the tree diagram over here? So first you convert this into fractional format. So what is the fractional format? 50 by 3%. So 100 will come, that is nothing but 1 by 6. Okay, now you draw the basic diagram for 3 years over here. How your diagram looks like? So these are the 3 values. Here you have 1 interest. Here you have 2 interest, and the last interest will be shown like this. So this was the diagram for 3 years. Yes, if you recall it from the first one. So at the end of this note, you write down 1 over here. Whatever value is there in the numerator, you write it at the end. Now how much is the rate here? 1 by 6. So if this is 1 by 6 and I am getting 1, means this should be 6 and 6 over here. Are you getting it? So write down 6 at this stage at every point. Okay, then again you have 1 by 6 over here. So what will you get? This will become 36, 36 and 36 over here. I hope all of you are getting it. This value is again 1 by 6. So I am going to get 216 now. So all of these are units. Because these are not the actual value. I have assumed them as 1, 6 and the given value. Okay, now what is given in your question? The compound interest value is 1270. Can we calculate the compound interest over here? If you add these three values, what will you get over here? This value you can check. This is nothing but 108. Okay, if you calculate this value, this is 18 and this value is 1 over here. So if you calculate the total value, that is nothing but you can check 127 units. Total compound interest is 127 units. So what you can write? 127 units is equal to 1270. So what is 1 unit value? 1 unit is 10 rupees over here. 1 unit is 10 rupees. So what they are asking you, how much is the principal? So principal would be 2160 rupees. Because you know 1 unit is 10 rupees. So that is what is your answer over here. Are you getting it? So simple, whenever principal is not mentioned, start with 1 in the diagram. Okay, and go in the reverse manner. That is how you have to calculate it. So it is very important. You will realize it when I am solving the next questions. So let us move on to the next question. Principal that yields compound interest of 420 during the second year over here. Second means only second number. So first year is the first number. Second means only number is second over here. But it is 1 year only. Okay, so that value is given to you as 420. Now how will you do this? Again apply the same tree diagram. So the method will become more clear to you. Now what is 5%? 5% is 1 by 20. Draw the diagram for 2 years because this is the case of 2 years over here. So this is my principal. Here there are 2 nodes and this is the last one over here. How much is the difference? You have to start with this part. 1. This is 1 by 20. So what will you get? This will become 20. This will become 20. Again 1 by 20. What will you get? 400 over here. Now what your question is saying? In the second year, the amount of compound interest is 420 over here. Okay. Second year means I am talking only about this value. How much is the value? 21 units. 21 units is my interest over here. So I can say 21 units is equal to 420 rupees over here. So 1 unit value I can calculate. That is nothing but 20 rupees in this case. So what they are asking you, what is the principal? So how much is the principal? 400 units, or I can say 400 into 20 rupees, because that is what you have calculated over here. So the amount value you can see, the 8,000 rupees would be the value for my principal over here. Are you getting it? So using this, it becomes really easy. Otherwise, using the basic method, that is amount formula, this question will become really difficult over here. Let us move on to the next question. So what is given over here? Amount lent rupees 4,500, 30% compound interest per annum. Okay, for 3 years. So this value is given for 3 years. What is the difference between interest that is earned in second year only, that means number 2 year, and number 3 year? Are you getting it? Again, which method, can you tell me? Which method would be applicable over here? So in this case, again the tree diagram will give me easy answer over here. Okay. So how will you do this? Again draw the diagram. 4,500 is my original amount. You have to calculate the value over here. So what is your rate of interest? 30%. That is nothing but 0.3. Calculate 0.3 of this value. What will you get over here? 1350. Next value you can check 1350 again. And here I have to take 0.3 of this as well. So if you take 0.3 of this, what will you get? 405. Are you getting it? Similarly, when I'm talking about third year, this is 1350. Here you have 405. 405 again and take 0.3 of this value again. If you calculate 0.3 of this value, what will you get over here? It will become 121.5. Okay, you can check the value over here. This is 121.5. So what is asked in your question? The difference between second year and third year. So second year, this is the value. Third year, this is the value. How much would be the difference? You have to subtract it. This will get cancelled with this. This will get cancelled with this. So this will be the difference over here. So what would be the difference? 405 and 121.5. So you can check what value you are getting in this case. So answer would be 526.5. Are you getting it? Again, using the basic method, this question will really become tedious. Okay, so this is how you have to apply the tree diagram in this case. I hope it is clear. So this is how you have to do it. Let us move on to the next question now. So if certain sum become double in 3 years, so using the compound interest, then in how many year it will become 16 times? Okay, very important question. We have done such question in case of simple interest as well. So sum is becoming double. So that means amount, suppose principal is P, it is becoming 2P over here. Okay, so what will you write? 2P is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R by 100 to the power 3. Are you getting it? Now this P will get cancelled. What will I get? 1 plus R percent, this value to the power 3, this value is 2 over here. Now what they are asking you, in how many year it will become 16 times? 16 means I have to write 16P. This is equal to P in bracket 1 plus R percent to the power T. So you have to calculate the T value. Now you can cancel this. Okay, 16. But I know this 1 plus R percent value over here. What is the value of this 1 plus R percent? You can write it down in this case. That is nothing but, if I calculate this value, what is the value? 1 plus R percent is nothing but 2 to the power 1 by 3. So same value you can write over here, 2 to the power T by 3. Now what is this value? It is 2 to the power 4. This is 2 to the power T by 3. So T value will be nothing but 12 years over here. Okay, so what you have to remember in this case, whatever times you are doing this, so here what has happened? 2 is multiplied 4 times over here. To get this 16, you have written 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Same factor you are writing on the right hand side. So this index will get added over here. Okay, so you will be writing 1 plus R percent to the power 3 multiplied by 1 plus R percent to the power 3 multiplied by 1 plus R percent to the power 3. So 4 times you are writing this. Now what will happen? Using the indices rule, all these indices would be added. So please remember this shortcut. Whenever you are getting principal multiplied on the left hand side, add the time period on the right hand side. So 12 years would be the answer in this case. I hope all of you are following. Let us move on to the next question over here. So value of printer, it reduces every year by the rate of 20%. Reducing at the rate of 20%. So what they are asking you, present value is 56,000. What is the value 3 years ago? So you are going back. So this is the current value over here, 56,000. Now it is reducing at the rate of 20%. 20% reduction means what will you write? 80% would be the value. 80% would be the value. So what will I get? If I am checking, this is the value in third year. This is the value in third year. They are asking you 3 years ago. So you can check 56,000 divided by 0.8. So what would be the value? 70,000 would be the value over here. Okay. Next, again, there would have been depreciation here as well. So again, you have to write 70,000 divided by 0.8. You can check what value you are getting in this case. 8 8s are 64. Then you will have 8 7s are 8 5s and 0. So 87,500 would have been the amount. Again, this is the third year value. Okay, so 3 years ago they are asking you. This is first year ago, second year ago, and third year ago. So here again, one more time you have to divide. What will you get? 87,500 divided by 0.8 over here. So you can check what value you are getting in this case. So 8 9s are 72, 3 will remain. 8 3s are 24, 6 will remain. Then you can calculate the value over here. So 8 7s are and 8 5s are. So 109,375 would be the original amount. So again you are going reverse, same as that of your compound interest. Here only changes you have to use the reverse formula to calculate the answer. So I hope that clarifies your doubt. So yes, basic formula for compound interest is used in this case as well whenever you are talking about the value of the compound interest. Okay, so whenever you are talking about the value of the population, still the same concept will be used over here. I hope all of you are getting it. Now let us move on to the next question over here. So here what they have given you, A lends B 10,000 rupees. Okay, at 20% simple interest per annum, and B lends the same amount to C at compound interest over here. So what has happened? A has given the amount to B at the simple interest. B has given the same amount to C at the compound interest over here. So obviously compound interest person will get more amount. So they are asking you what is the profit of B over here. Okay, again using the tree diagram, this question becomes really easy. So how will you do this? Principal value is 10,000 over here. On this, they are telling you 20% is the rate of interest. 20% is nothing but 1 by 5. You can calculate this is 2,000 rupees. Right? 2,000 rupees. Similarly, you can check this is again 2,000 rupees. Now they are talking only about 2 years. So you have to draw the diagram for 2 years over here. If you take 1 by 5 of this is 400 rupees in this case. So what they are asking you, how much profit B is getting. As he is giving it for compound interest, how much profit he will get. Now you know the basic formula for simple interest. Whenever you are calculating the simple interest, this is would have been the simple interest. First year 2000, second year again the same value over here. But when you are giving the compound interest, this is the extra amount. So what is the profit that he must have got? 400 rupees profit he would have got in this case. I hope all of you are getting it. So same tree diagram can be applicable in this case over here. Now let me move on to the next question. So what they have given you, person takes loan of 200 rupees at 5% per annum compound interest. Now while returning he gave 100 rupees at the end of 1 year. Now whenever they are telling you value after 1 year, you have to go by the basic method as well. So 200 rupees is my basic amount. 5% interest I am charging. So what will you multiply this by? 1.05. If you multiply this by 1.05, what will you get over here? 210. 210 would be the amount. Now, from this amount, I have already paid 100 rupees over here. So, subtract 100 rupees. What will remain now? This will become 110 rupees. Now, what they have given you, how much amount he has to pay at the end of second year. Now, this is the remaining amount. So, again, I have to apply 5% on this. Again, you have to apply 5%. So, what will you write? 1.05 again over here. So, what would be the value? You can write down the value over here as I think, yes, 1115. You can check out the value over here. It will become 115.5 over here. Okay, so that is how you have to calculate the remaining amount in this case. So, that is 115.5. That is what he has to pay to clear his debt. Are you getting it? So this is how these are the types of question which can be asked from the compound interest over here. So remaining part, that is the quarterly, the half yearly, as well as the difference question will be discussed in the next class. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned with Olivo.